What's up, everybody? RNG Survivor here with a special guest.
You know it. It's Salt Master.
Oh my god, the Salt Master. And as you guys can see, we're playing ourselves some One Piece. Pirate Warriors 3.
The best show, in case you didn't know.
Alright, so I'm a huge anime nerd. I've seen my fair share of the Narutos and the Bleaches and all of that. And that stuff.
Nothing to One Piece, though.
Yeah, I've only heard amazing things about One Piece, but, you know, I've never been able to get into it.
Well, for me, One Piece is always, it's come down to One Piece and Dragon Ball Z for me. Like, those are the two, classics when I was a kid, and, I got into them, I watched them. But the thing with Dragon Ball Z is that it's progressively gotten worse over time. And if you're someone who likes the new stuff, I'll fight you, because I guarantee you that new stuff is crap. Like, it's not that good. Like, One Piece is always, it knows what it is and stayed true to what it is. So, the stuff I watch, now, even, the episodes that just came out last week and everything are still, really genuine and really good and very story-driven, and it doesn't feel stale or old. But with Dragon Ball Z, after, what would be the Super Buu, pretty much? They did GT and all that other stuff, and it kind of...
Well, everybody agrees that GT was shit.
Yeah, and I will say the new stuff's better than GT, obviously, but the...
Super beats GT, although that's not really saying much.
Yeah, because, again, with Super, it just doesn't feel genuine. When I watch it, I feel like they're rehashing a lot of the old stuff, and they're not taking in a direction. That was the nice thing about the original. You didn't know what was going to happen. You tuned in as a kid, on, I don't know when they aired it, on the weekends. You basically, oh, the next episode of Dragon Ball Z's coming out. It's going to be awesome. And, you didn't know what was going to happen. And then you watch, 6 episodes of, some guy screaming, because it takes forever for anything to get done in that anime, right?
Yeah,
that's not that thing with One Piece, though. One Piece, it learned its lesson from Dragon Ball Z. It does not spend 5 episodes where it's it's
Please, you killed him!
It's I'm gonna scream for 20 minutes because I hate you, Kakarot. And it's it's ridiculous. But One Piece, it gets its stuff done. I remember when Luffy went Gear 4th, and I think you see that in this game, or at least Gear 3 or whatever. That's where he changes.
Is that where lightning?
Yeah, it's where he gets really the big rubber balloon fists, and that takes in the anime it takes 1 minute. They get it done. They're okay, it's cool. Here we go.
Now he's changed into that.
But again, with any anime, there is filler. That's the one thing I'll say is that even One Piece has its every now and then has its filler episodes. So there's not much you can do about that. That happens. But I feel with One Piece, because it's such a long, a super long series, the one thing that makes me mad is seeing filler, because I'm tuning in, and it's I get that they have to get storyline to the next storyline, because they go by big events, you get the Impel Down, and then you get a bunch of big, super crazy events you want to tune into, but to get to there, they have to have some sort of connection where it's a filler, and then they get to that part where they need to be, right?
Yeah.
So I hate watching that, though, because I love One Piece, and I love the big, awesome settings they have, and I like the stories, the big, I guess you could say in a way they're Dragon Ball Z. It's the sagas, they have their moments.
Frieza saga,
exactly,
Dynamic and all that.
So it's just trying to get there. So I tune in on Saturday. I'm I'm gonna see some crazy, awesome shit, and it's no, they're just they're traveling on the ocean, and this
is just another random island they were on.
Yeah. And, they just did their stuff, and now they're done. Now they're gonna go, and it's okay. Some of them are okay, but it's long. I mean, I don't know how many. He said he's a little over halfway done, so we're still gonna get we're gonna still at least get 20 years of this show.
They're aren't they at episode 700?
Oh yeah, they're I don't even remember what one they're on. It's in the 600s. It might be 700. I know last week's episode was in their 600 to 700 range. And that's not even they just had previously before said this is the last long haul. We have 2 more big events. We have them getting to the island where One Piece is, but we also have the war that engulfs everything. So I think he's
Pirate War.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna milk another 10 years, maybe 15. I don't know, but
I mean, go for it.
Because he's got 98 is when this this anime started. Or no, sorry, 2004. But the manga started in 98. So we've had this anime for at least already 10 years already. So
Yeah, past 10 years.
So my math isn't very good.
13
That's
years.
not why I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a math professor.
He's here because I've never seen the anime. I've heard it's amazing. And one of my favorite things to do, especially when I'm recommending anime to people, like with Naruto, if you wanted to watch Naruto, I'd say, you know what? Don't watch the anime. Get the game. Play through the game. It'll take you through the key story parts. And then you can watch wherever the game ends off if the game doesn't, like, finish the whole dang thing for you.
Yeah, like, and I've seen the fighting games that Naruto has, and those are actually, like, I had never got in, like, because with One Piece, it's like a life commitment. Like, I have a tattoo on my arm. Like, that's how life commitment it is, because the anime is so long, so you basically, at that point, you pick, like, the big series you want to be in, and, like, the big 4 or, like, 5 were, like, Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and, like, I might be forgetting, or, like, Neon Genesis, I think, like those.
I've never seen that one.
Like
either.
those ones were like the big ones where like that's the ones you tune into and like you had a favorite one and like that is what I would call.
Everybody had a waifu.
For
one of those.
Exactly. And you know what? It's like the golden age because I'm a comic book collector too, and the way we break it down is like anything in a certain like decade or like 2 decades is considered like the golden age or silver age and the bronze age, right? So basically what that means is like for anime is that the golden age of anime definitely has to be in like the late 90s and the early 2000s where like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece and Naruto and Bleach and like all those ones came out. Now I would say if anything we're probably in like a silver to bronze age because like some of the shows that come out are really genuine and good. And then the other ones are like really, I don't know.
Weird and what the frick is going on?
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. Some, like, you can get your rocks off to whatever you want, man. But, like, come on, like, that's what gives it such a bad reputation is because people either did or didn't watch anime in like the 80s or 90s and then they wouldn't understand that like it was good and like some of it still continues to be really good
and now it just seems to be this overly sexualized
exactly
kind of
and that's what people see now like they don't see like the classic stuff.
Where's my anime girl with the huge tits?
Yeah, exactly. Like you go there and like you go to anime as someone who's never seen it. Like you go from the outside in, you look and you're not gonna see like One Piece. You're not gonna see like the good like the old Naruto stuff or the old Bleach. Like you're gonna see
gonna see a vampire piloting a mech and go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like and you're gonna see like mech girls with like nothing on except for like an arm gauntlet and like a leg gauntlet and it's like and like the cute little voices and they just like big breasts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because you know like I feel like sometimes those shows can have some funny moments, but in general they are trash. So I'm sorry if you're watching this and you have like 5 body pillows of like stuff like that and posters of like your favorite little.
Comment down below if you're super hard weeaboo and you totally disagree with anything we're saying.
Hashtag weeboos like mech girls. And
hashtag weeb for life.
Hashtag weeboo for life. But that's the thing. Like being a weeboo, you shouldn't be ashamed of that because the meaning of weeboo shouldn't be like it's evolved to be like yeah you should be ashamed if you're the person who's got like the body pillows and like you're doing stuff like and those little girls. I won't say any much more, but that's the thing, right? Yeah, like that kind of stuff. It's like if you're taking that seriously, like you're not just watching it for like the fun, like the funny aspect of it, like this is like a clearly like just a bad funny show, and you're like actually like, this is the best show ever. Like it's my favorite show. Like I go to bed and I like pray to my like lolly anime girl. Like, you know, like that's maybe like whatever. It's your life choice, but. That's what people are thinking represents all of us, and that can be said about any aspect. Like, people take one idea of something, and they make it huge. Like, if someone called me a weeboo, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, how dare you call me a weeboo? I'm so insulted. I mean,
especially when you have an anime tattoo on your arm.
Yeah,
you're
because I'm not ashamed of, like, what I like. Like, I love One Piece. It's a good show. And, like, if you like a show, you like a certain thing, like, go for it, do it. But, like, you gotta remember... The way I see it is like you gotta represent. You're representing a lot of people. Like even though like I have my taste and you have your taste.
Yeah.
I can kind of have my. If I was like really bad or like I had bad influence and experience, that might rub off on you because someone looking out like from the outside in would look at that and be like, maybe all people like anime are like that. Because again, it's ignorance and it's kind of like just they don't care enough. Like people see like, and I do it too. Like they see one thing happen and like boom, like that's it. That's everything. That's everyone is like that, or all of this certain aspect is like
that's
that.
How we get racial stereotypes.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that. And you know what? Like it's just evolved to that, and that's just how it's gonna be. So well. But I love my One Piece, and I'll take it to the grave, man. Bury me with all my One Piece.
So One Piece, apparently a great show. We'll see if it's a great game after 10 minutes of just sitting here and talking about it and various other subjects.
It's okay.
Let's actually start playing.
You didn't come here to see the gameplay. You came here to have the salt. The salt, bro.
So like there are some of these flags that I know and some of them I definitely don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
what I love about this game.
So that's Gold Roger. Now he's the guy who basically started this whole One Piece because he has a treasure, and right there he spoke of the One Piece, right? So that's like the treasure that everyone's trying to find, basically, and like the Navy's like not wanting people to find.
Oh man,
it.
I like that guy with the beard and the hat who's just not looking at it. He's looking at the other guy over there. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing with One Piece that is awesome is that every character, even the background characters, are designed so generically, like not generically, sorry, and like they're so amazing. Like you'll get like characters that are only on for a second, but their design is so cool and memorable.
Oh shit, it's Shanks, yo.
Yeah. Is this post arm loss? I think it is, yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be post arm loss.
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
Oh my.
It's like he already ate the fruit.
Yeah, bro. I think he did. Yeah, at this point he did. Because I remember, like in the original, he ate the fruit, he went out to sea, he was gonna get drowned, but then Shanks saved him, lost his arm. And now here's the fateful moment when Shanks gives Luffy Gold D. Rogers' straw hat.
Oh, that's actually Gold D. Rogers?
So you find that out way later on in the anime.
Oh, shit.
And like that's the thing too, is like some little things in One Piece that you don't think matter at all, like actually have huge meaning. But Shanks used to be in Gold D. Rogers' crew before he got killed, and he acquired the straw hat that Gold D. Roger used basically when he was like a youngster, like trying to become king of the pirates, right?
When he was first on his pirating adventure.
Yeah, Luffy doesn't know it, but he's wearing like Gold D. Rogers' hat, and I'm sure like in the end of it, in like 10 years from now, whenever they decide to end like the anime, which I'll be crying for life. Like this is such an awesome show. I don't want it to see it end, but it's gotta end, you know. But yeah, so I'm sure that'll come in later with like the hat, and he'll like find out it's Gold D. Rogers' hat, and it'll be something. Now, with the voice, Kaizuko, the Pirate King. So the one thing I really was surprised at, and I only found out when I watched One Piece, and I watched Dragon Ball Z too. I've watched English and like the Japanese dub. The thing with One Piece is the voice actor for Luffy is a girl, and I had never known that even about like any other anime. In fact, like I must have just been really ignorant about it a long time ago. I just figured that like, oh, they kind of sound like a guy. It must be a guy. But no, like the voice actor for Luffy is a female, and it fits super well. Like
that happens in Naruto too. Like in the first seasons of Naruto, young Naruto is voiced by Neely Flanagan, and she's awesome.
Like, to me that's crazy because the voices fit so well, and it doesn't really matter that it's a boy or a girl. Like it's just the voice acting itself is like really good. Like I could not imagine Luffy's voice being like any different, and the English dub isn't that great. But again, like, you know, depending how you grew up with it depends on how like what you like. Like ironically, I like the Japanese like the English subtitles, the Japanese voice in One Piece the best, but it's vice versa for Dragon Ball Z, because I remember watching Dragon Ball Z in English, and like Chris Sabat, who does like Vegeta, and like the Goku, who's the Goku?
Oh, that's
sorry,
Sean Shamel.
Sean Shamel. Like I grew up watching that English dub, and to me that sounds more natural because I grew up with it. But like other people might not think that way, because it's just how you start watching is what you get used to, right?
Oh shit, boy. It's Zoro.
Yeah. Fun fact, his name is not actually Zoro. It's Zolo. And the reason for that is because if you know another character named Zoro, it's the Mask of Zoro. And there was copyright issues back in like 98 when they first released the manga. And so what they had to do was they got clever with it. So they named him Zolo. And in Japanese, there are no L's.
That's right.
They don't pronounce L's as in like L, because it's just not in their kanji, katakana, hiragana. Right? It's R. So Zolo actually really just like in Japanese is Zoro. Like it's pronounced like Zoro, right? So when I think what happened was eventually the rights to the Legend of Zoro kind of fell through, and like they didn't have to they could officially make his name Zoro, but to like get around it, they were like clever about it. They were like, well, name him Zolo, but in Japanese it's pronounced Zoro, so it's what we want to be in the beginning anyway.
Yeah, we got Kobe talking about Captain Morgan not the alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that always confused me too. Like I've always
Yeah,
considered
Captain
Captain Morgan to
Morgan.
be like, like a pirate guy or like even a privateer, but they made him for the Navy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, is like this show takes a lot of like historical characters and just does really awesome things with them, and they may not be totally accurate. I think later on in the game you might fight Doflamingo, but the character he's based off of is the explorer from Spain, or maybe it's Portugal, and I think it's Spain. And what happened? His name was Don Quixote, and they called him the Flamingo because he used to wear like really vibrant pink feathers, and like he used to like really like vibrant guy. So like he got the name Flamingo, and so I think Oda, when he was writing it, kind of took inspiration from that and was like, oh, yeah, we'll name him Doflamingo, and that's how he got his name.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go over our time limit on this one. We're gonna finish this prologue, and then we're gonna start,
Yeah, on the next episode, we're gonna escape North Korea.